start with the worksheet of trigonometry. Question number 1 is this. First question is sketch the graph of secant x. Who remembers what's the reciprocal of secant x? Secant x. Yes, cos. Secant x is 1 by cos x. So move the board. 1 by cos x. Okay. So if you directly remember what the graph of secant x looks like, be my guest, directly plot it. मुझे नहीं याद रहता, honestly. So I'm going to first plot cos x, and then I'm going to reciprocate that graph. So I know cos looks like this between 0 to 2 pi. This is for cos x. Now I'm going to draw the reciprocal of this graph. So wherever I have 0, that would now become an asymptote because that changes into infinity. So this and this changes into infinity. By the way, I should write what exact value is that. This would be pi right here in between. Then we have pi by 2 here and 3 pi by 2. I'm getting my internet connection is unstable, so I'm turning off my video. Okay, so okay, we have asymptote at pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Then this is 1. Reciprocal of 1 stays 1. So that stays 1, and that's minus 1 here, and reciprocal of minus 1 is still minus. So we'll have a 1 here, and we'll have a minus 1 here. Now this is going towards 0, and this part of the curve is positive. So we'll make a positive curve that goes towards infinity now. Don't let it touch the asymptote. Okay. And for the negative part, similarly, this goes till 1, and then it goes till infinity again, or 0 again. So here we'll start from, and that part of the curve is negative. So we'll have a negative curve like this, infinity to minus 1 to infinity. Earlier we had 0 to minus 1 to 0. So this would be infinity to minus 1 to infinity. And again, the third part of the curve is positive, and it's going from 0 to 1. So we'll go from infinite to 1. So like this. This would be the final part of the curve. So this is the sketch of cosecant x from 0 to 2. Make sure your curve never touches the asymptote. It will go as close as possible to the asymptote, but don't let it touch. So that's question number 1. Any questions so far? So no questions. Let's start with question number 2. Okay. Prove the identity cos theta minus tan theta equals 2 cos 2 theta. Okay. Do we know what sorry, this was 2 cot 2 theta. What is cot 2 theta? Do we know a double angle formula for cot? Have you studied a double angle formula for cot? डबल एंगल फॉर्मूलाज हमने किस किस के पढ़े हैं? Sine, cos, and tan. So no, we haven't studied a double angle formula for cot. However, we know that what is the reciprocal of cot? जवाब क्यों नहीं देते आप लोग? Cot का
1/10.
हाँ, tan होता है cot का reciprocal. So I can replace this with 2 by tan 2 theta. Okay. So that means I actually have to prove that cot theta minus tan theta should be equals to 2 over tan 2 theta. However, I further know that tan 2 theta can be broken down. Tan 2 theta is equals to, you'll have this in the formula sheet again. Tan 2 theta is equals to 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. So since we're writing that in the denominator, we'll write it 2 here. And the denominator is 2 tan theta. And this goes in the numerator. So I'm writing 1 minus tan square theta in the denominator. So that means you have to prove that the left-hand side should be equals to 1 minus tan square theta upon tan theta. That is what you have to prove. Okay. Now can we do that? Let's now move to the left-hand side. This is a simple tan form. Now let's try to change the left-hand side into right-hand side. How can I write cot theta again? What is cot? Cot is 1 by tan. Now, if I take LCM, I'll get the right side. So that would be 1 minus tan square theta. Hence, write this. Hence, cot theta minus tan theta is identical to 2 cot 2 theta. That is also how you can prove an identity, by showing that the left-hand side and the right-hand side both simplify to the same expression. There are more other ways of solving this question, but this is the shortest way. Okay, any questions here? Or should we move on to question number 3? Okay, if not, then we start question number 3 now. Show that the equation sin x minus 60 minus cos 30 minus x equals to 1 can be written in the form of cos x is equals to k. So basically what they're asking you to do is to expand the upper equation, and in the end you'll get something like cos x is equals to 5 or something like that. So we need to expand sin x minus 60 and cos 30 minus x. I'm going to copy paste the formula from the formula sheet, although आपको memorize हो जाना चाहिए. But anyway, you'll have this given to you in the formula sheet, so you can just take a look. How to expand compound angles for sine and cos. Let me just write it. So I'm going to expand sine x minus 60. That's going to be sine x cos 60 minus cos x sine 60. There's a negative sign after that, so I'll have to be careful with the algebra and place a negative sign, and then I'll place another bracket. Now cos 30 minus x would be cos 30 cos x plus sine 30 sine x. Now let's find the value of cos 60, sine 60, then cos 30 and sine 30. I'm continuously getting that my internet connection is unstable. You guys are supposed to tell me if my voice starts to break and you're unable to hear me. Okay, so cos 60 is half sine x minus sine 60 is under root 3 by 2 cos x brackets, negative sign in between, another bracket. Cos 30 is under root 3 by 2 cos x plus sine 30 is half sine x. Now when you'll expand this, then this and this cancels out because one is half x and the other one is minus half x. And the other two get added and you get we double that. So that's going to be minus under root 3 cos x. Because minus under root 3 by 2 minus under root 3 by 2 is just minus under root 3. Okay, so we're getting minus under root 3 cos x equals 1. That means cos x equals minus 1 by under root 3. And we've shown that cos x equals k. Okay, we're done with part 1 here. Part 2 says, hence solve the equation for 0 to 180 degree. Hence means we have to use the answer we got in the previous part, which is this. So basically, we're just going to solve this equation in the given domain. So we're solving cos x equals minus 1 over under root 3 between 0 to 180 degree. Okay. So we know how to solve this from AS. Let's find the absolute angle first. Cos alpha, which is absolute angle. For absolute angle, you ignore any sign at the right hand side. Now I'm going to take cos inverse of 1 by under root 3, which gives 54.7356. Now I'm going to plot this. Cos is negative in the second quadrant. Add sugar to coffee. So cos is negative in the second quadrant and the third quadrant. So I'm going to draw the angle here. 53.7356. And you can also plot it here, but this will be out of the domain since this is bigger than 180, so we can just ignore that. And our answer would be this angle, which is 180 minus 53.7356. Since the domain is in degrees, we will do all the working in degrees. That would be 125.3 after rounding. Angles in degree get rounded to 1 decimal place. Ideally, G?
ये 54.7 नहीं होगा, ये गलत माइनस नहीं हो गया नीचे?
54.7 बिल्कुल सही। 54.7 और देखो इसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करके यही आता 125.3. 180 minus 54.7356 is 154. Yes, 125.3 after. So the final answer is just this. All right. Let's end the lesson here and you will be doing question number. So, नहीं होगा तो नहीं करते. I think I'll give question 5 as homework. Question 3 मैं करा दूँ. So 4 मैं कराऊंगी. Question 5 is the homework. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz.